Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Hope you're all good. Right, we've got another beer coming up, obviously, because that's what you do. And we've got a beer from Liam Goodliff, a subscriber, deep in RC. He sent me a few beers going back a few weeks now. And this is the final beer that he sent me. It's from Buxton Brewery. And it's a can of their double gatekeeper export porter. Now, if I'm correct, it's coming in at 8.2% before we move on. And if I'm correct, I think it cost them about £5.80 from the brewery. So an expensive beer, but a big beer. And before we get going, what I am going to mention is Liam, like I say, Deep in RC is his YouTube name. He has a channel for that sort of stuff. And he puts comments up on Rate My Beers, Facebook page and what have you. And he's getting into all this sort of like, how can we put it, writing beer reviews, if you like. And I've said to him about doing a couple of videos, putting them up. And he's done one video so far. He hasn't put it up. So he is going to set up a new channel, I think, just for doing the beer reviews. So as soon as I know what that is, I will go and have a look and I will recommend him and I'll try and get people to watch to give him some support. So once I do that, anyone out there, give him some support. It's hard when you first start. I started during COVID. It was a lot easier then, I guess, because everyone was at home. But show him some love, show him some support. Go and have a watch, if nothing else, when I know the channel, when it's set up. But yeah, big thank you to Liam for that. So let's get on with the beer review. I'm waffling a little bit, aren't I? I feel a little bit lost. I don't know what to say. Been doing it long enough, I should know what to say. So, right. Back to the beer that he sent me. He's also sent me another couple of other beers, so there could be a little bit of a. I don't know if it'll be an unboxing. I'll probably just do a post on that. But when I actually review the beers, obviously I'll do a video. And also, I do plan on doing a live with him as well, doing 3 of the Oktoberfest beers from the Lidl Oktoberfest box. Now we got all that out of the way. 2 minutes in. Let's have a proper look at this beer. So, like I say, Buxton Brewery, double gatekeeper export porter, lovely label. He got this direct from Buxton. I think it was £5.80. It's coming in at 8.2% in a 440ml can. On the back, it says a deeper and darker journey than its predecessor. Discover rich dark chocolate and notes of coffee at this export porter. So, chocolate and coffee. And a big strong beer, so looks good. Let's get it cracked open and see what we get. And once again, a big thank you to Liam. Ooh, look at that. That looks as black as night. That really does. And that is looking good. And it's pouring a little bit like engine oil. Now, a porter is normally a lighter stout, but it looked like that was pouring really heavy. So beer in a glass. That looks like proper. I'm gonna say proper shit, but not shit. I mean, that just looks like a proper beer, that does. So we got a dark sort of tan head. I'm holding it up against the light. The light is literally just above the camera. There is no light getting through there. I'm going to call that jet black. That is as black as night, and with a nice sort of dark mocha head. Looks like a creamy sort of head. Look at that. That looks fantastic. Can't see any carbonation going up. I can't even see any bubbles chasing the head as you tilt it, because it is that dark in it. But it looks great. So let's dive in on the nose. Export porter. Chocolate coffee. You get that booziness there. That smells. It's almost port-like on the nose. The 8.2% you're getting on the nose. Fruity, dark, rich. You get that sort of stouty feel, but I'm not really Certainly not getting any sort of chocolate, coffee or bitter notes on the nose. So let's dive in. Like I say, Buxton Brewery, Double Gatekeeper, Export Porter. Cheers, Liam. Oh my word. Cool. Oh. Wow. It's a porter. All right, granted, export porter. The body has surprised me. You smell the beer and the taste is totally different. Normally with a lot of beers, you know, even with the name of a beer, the beer still has that sort of trait of what the beer is. On the nose, normally the flavour still has that trait of what the beer smells like. And both totally different. Both totally different. That is a thick, heavy beer for a porter. That really is. It's thick. It's rich. It's heavy. It's smooth. It's soft. That is like velvet as you drink it. No real carbonation in there. It's in there. It's got to be in there, because I don't think you would get that smoothness or softness without anything in it. The carbonation in it is giving it a really smooth, silky, velvet sort of feel to it. I'm going to come to the booziness now, just while it's there. 8.2%. Yes, it is a little bit boozy. The booziness is almost, like I say, port, brandy, sort of like. It's that sort of feel of booziness. But you think of the strength of a port or a brandy or something, and it hasn't got that taste. It hasn't got that. It's got the taste of them sort of drinks, but it hasn't got the alcohol taste of them drinks. But it is drinking, you know, it's drinking about that 8%, but not aggressively or offensively. On the taste, and like I said, on the nose, there was no coffee, there was no chocolate, there was no bitterness on the nose. It was almost like a dark fruit spirit-like aroma. On the taste, it's very different. It is exactly everything you expect on the taste. For me, there's not that sort of fruitiness or the port-like taste, if that makes any sense. There's a booziness, maybe, of the taste, of a port-like taste, but generally on the taste, it's sort of everything that you expect. Rich, dark. There is maybe that fruitiness, that dark fruitiness in there. Malty, roasted malts, coffee, the coffee bitterness. I wouldn't say I'm picking up chocolate in there, but we'll see with another taste. If the chocolate is there, I'm going to say it's at the very start, as soon as you drink it. There is that maybe that little rich chocolate, dark chocolate sort of, even maybe a little bit of sweetness in there. But that's right at the very start. Right at the very start. And then you're hit with the roasted malts and coffee. And I mean, it's a couple of split seconds really that you're getting that sort of sweetness chocolate thing. But it's a banging beer. That is a banging beer. Export porter. it's doing what it says. There's nothing sort of extraordinary about this beer. You expect it to be dark, rich, boozy with the ABV. You expect the coffee there. You expect them sort of dark malt stout notes, if you like, and you get that little bit of chocolate in there. What it is just it's a porter on steroids that's done really well. That is a really good drink. Really good drink. It's not sessionable, don't get me wrong, because you do get that strength in there, if you like, and you do feel it. It's a winter beer for definite. This is one of them you could sit there on a cold night, just pour one of these, put your feet up, sit and watch something shit on telly, but reasonably good. Not like, you know, world's dumbest rednecks or anything. Actually watch something, you know, worth watching. But it's that sort of beer. Put your feet up, really enjoyable. I've gone on for 11 minutes now, so I'm going to stop waffling. Big thanks to Liam again. Buxton Brewery, double gatekeeper, export porter, is a banging drop of beer. It's not one you're going to session, but it's one you're going to sit down and enjoy. £5.80. It's an expensive beer, but to be fair, it's a very good beer. So where do you draw the line at, is it worth it? I think if it's a good beer, it's a good beer. And you certainly ain't going to get that in a pub for £5.80, are you? It's probably a fucking half decent pint in the bloody airport for £5.80. Can't even get a pint of Coke in the airport for £5.80. So yeah, is it worth it when you look at it like that? Absolutely. Big thank you to Liam. If you've had the beer before, let me know what you think. If you're thinking of getting it, yeah, if you're into that sort of beer, you're going to love it. That's it for this one. Thank you all for watching. Feel free to share, like, subscribe, comment, blah, 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 blah. And I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.